Okay, so I'll get started. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in on this week's masterclass. I'm Jenny. I am a sales development representative here at Planetar. I'll probably talk your ear off for about half an hour, and then we can do a Q&A afterwards. But feel free to raise your hand or raise a hand or type in the chat to ask any questions throughout the masterclass. I'll have the chat open. I'll keep an eye out for it. So for any incoming questions, we also have Chris here joining us today, and he'll also be able to help with questions too. So I got that up. Okay, great. So as you get, yes, Chris White, exactly. So this week's masterclass topic is Iguide advantages for your real estate agent audience. So where do you start? How do you get your prospective clients interested in your Iguide services? Why would they even be interested in Iguide anyway? Well, the numbers pretty much speak for themselves. So we know that Iguide sells homes faster and for a higher dollar amount, which is when, yep, the infamous Chris White. We have Kelly here too. You and I know that Iguide sells homes faster and for a higher dollar amount, but your prospective real estate agent clients may not know that, which is what we kind of have to assume. So that's when numbers really help you promote your Iguide services. So homes with Iguide sell up to 39% faster than listings that use photos only. Homes with Iguide spend 14% fewer days on the market than those with other virtual tours. Homes with Iguide sell up to 1.3% higher than the listed price versus listings that use photos only. And here's a reference. So you may have wondered, how can I best present my Iguide services to my prospective real estate agent clients? Well, here are some tools and resources that we have to help you. Everything on this list, by the way, you can actually find on our website. Okay, so here are some resources we have that are on our website. I've listed a few articles here, as you can see, to help you get some key talking points to present to your prospective clients. So any articles that you see are found on our website very easily. You can use them and share them on your website for your clients to see as well. So I'll just open them up to show you what they look like. So here's a topic, top 5 overlooked advantages of Iguide 3D tours. It's really short, really simple, even has an example of the Iguide viewer here, and it's written by our very own Chris White. And then we also have articles like how to offer realtors better real estate photos in less time. Another shorter article. And then we have the value of virtual tour technology for real estate agents in 2021. So I'm actually going to go through that article here because it was fantastic. I've compiled what I found to be the most compelling quotes from this article, and I would honestly still recommend that you guys read the whole thing. You will see that these quotes are really good resources for you to explain to your clients the real value of Iguide and how Iguide can bring great value to them and their business. So like this quote, for example, Iguide floor plans combined with Iguide 3D tours are the extras that you, the real estate agent, this is what you would be saying, sorry, to your client. So Iguide floor plans combined with 3D Iguide tours are the extras that you, the real estate agent, can provide to attract qualified buyers to a property. The attraction opens the door to a successful real estate marketing campaign, helps you get more leads, provides value, and puts your listing on the hot list. So as you know, Iguide takes measurements very seriously, and the measurement tool is a great way for you to highlight your Iguide services to your prospective clients. So as the article says here, Iguide is a tool to help buyers know the distance to reduce the chances of human error when measuring for appliances, fixtures, or furniture, or even for future renovations. Iguide measurement uncertainty and distance measurement on a floor plan is 0.5% or better, and the corresponding uncertainty in square footage is close to 1% or better. So these accurate measurements on a precise floor plan provides buyers the value of knowing the home size without having to pick up a measuring tape, and really eliminates the need to be on the actual property. So using an Iguide really helps buyers know if all their stuff, all their belongings is going to fit into the residence that they're looking into investing. So as a real estate photographer, you're a content provider. And as a content provider, you're able to provide the necessary content for your clients so they can better sell their business. And as social media pretty much consumes our daily lives, videos have become a must-have if you want to draw attention to your brand, which is why in the real estate world, using 3D videos and virtual tours continue to capture the attention when agents use them in their real estate marketing campaigns. So you as a photographer can provide your clients with these virtual tours, which are one of the best ways for your client to grow their brand. So when you add in the Iguide agent branding tool and the Iguide floor plans all in one viewer, your clients have the ideal way to promote their services while offering a proven method of getting a listing sold quickly. So with the share option and feature embedding tool, your clients can incorporate the Iguide viewer that you provided them directly on their own social media platforms or their professional website. Okay, next up, we have the residential real estate webpage. I'll open that up for you guys. So this is pretty much what it looks like. And as I said, not only can Iguide help you market your services, but it helps your client market their services and business. And this is a message that this webpage really tells the real estate agents. So Iguide wins listings, saves times, delivers value. One Iguide supplies all the information to successfully market a property. Every Iguide includes professional photos, immersive 3D tours, detailed floor plans, laser accurate room measurements and dimensions. And they also get an example of what an Iguide viewer looks like. Well, they get the floor plan integrated with the 3D tour. They get the still photography that you took, details on the property itself, including the floor plan, which they can download. They can also see the Google Street View to see what's in the neighborhood. In this particular situations, there's nothing, but so yeah, they'll be able to know that. And we also have a new feature where now they can read it in French. So for all of your Canadian clients from Quebec or even Northern Ontario, they're able to see it all in French. Let me full screen that for you guys. Or back in English. So on this webpage, your client can see, okay, I can win listings, easily win new clients with Iguide as part of every listing presentation. You can show your clients, the sellers, how you will attract more serious home buyers by giving the key information in an easy online format. They will know that they can analyze their success, they can increase their referrals, save time and money, build their brand, and reduce stress. Next up, we have the home buyers and sellers webpage. So this webpage has information your client needs to really present the numeric value of Iguide and the businesses that they can offer. And numbers don't lie. So this is a great marketing tool for your clients to present to their clients, the sellers. So get your home noticed with Iguide. Buyers love homes that are listed with Iguide. Watch this short video and see why 3D immersive tours, floor plans, room measurements, area calculations, and photos are essential. Iguide has all the tools that home buyers demand. They have photos, details, floor plans, virtual tours, and videos. Iguide lets buyers explore your home with fewer disruptions. And the numbers that I presented to you guys in the beginning of this masterclass, I got it from this webpage here. Homes with Iguide sell up to 39% faster than those with photos only, etc. And here I'll show you the demo showcase and the 3 pillars of Iguide. So the showcase is an example of what your clients get from you when they choose to go with your Iguide services. So they'll see the Iguide viewer, which is the best way for your clients and their clients and the buyers to find everything they need all in one place. Again, they get to see the 3D tour, the photos, the videos, the details, the maps. And the agent banner within the Iguide is an awesome tool, awesome marketing tool for your clients. And as you already know, this feature is unique to Iguide. With branding, a prospective buyer can contact your client to make an offer or get information on the property. We've also made it really simple and easy for buyers to get all the information that they need to contact your client. Phone numbers, exactly where they work, the brokerage, their names, any social links. It's all there for the buyers to be able to contact your client. Then we have the Iguide Report. So the Iguide Report includes everything your client needs in one spot. And we've made it really simple and convenient for them to access all this information. They won't need to go through countless of folders or emails to find what they're looking for regarding their listing. So everything that they need, again, is all in one email, like so. It looks exactly like this. In the report, your client can find the 3D tour links, branded or unbranded, depending on the MLS. They can find professional images that you took. If you did the still photography, they're able to find that here. They're also able to see the property details, the easy to embed code here. So if they wanted to insert the Iguide viewer into their own professional website, they're able to do that through this code. And the Iguide can be shared not just on their website, but on any social platforms here as well. Really making it easier for your clients to market their listing. Also has the property details with all the room measurements. So it really lets your client know that Iguide is different from all the other 3D tour companies out there, because you're able to download, and your client is able to download an offline Iguide. They're able to own all the data that you've collected on their behalf. So once the space gets drafted, your client is able to have the Iguide forever in their computer if they wish with this download button. Your client can use their offline iGuide as a marketing tool to present their business to their future prospective clients. Alternatively, they can actually choose to keep their iGuide hosted on our server for up to a year, eliminating the need for them to host it themselves and market it that way. So under the Iguide report, your clients are able to take advantage of features like the Futuresheet Creator. So this is a feature that enables your client to easily make and customize brochures with the images that you took, the branding taken directly from the iGuide, and the floor plans as well. So it's really simple. It looks a little bit more complicated with all these instructions, but it's really not. It's really, really simple. So let's say they want to just place some outdoor images, indoor images of the kitchen, the washroom, the basement or a bedroom. They do all that. They create a PDF and it comes out looking like this. Like so. Okay. Another great feature that we have is the create a virtual showings feature. I'll show you guys what that looks like as well. So it's this option here that I feel like doesn't really get taken advantage of. It's a super, super great tool, great way for your real estate agents to host a live virtual tour without the hassle of being at the property. So because of the repercussions of COVID, there may be a lot of buyers who have some reservations about attending an open house or even a viewing. So this virtual showing feature really removes the need for even the seller to temporarily extend their home to potential buyers. It's really helpful for buyers who are even out of town, out of state or province, or even the country. Now, the virtual live tour is a new technology that consumers may expect in a post-COVID world. So having this option now would be really advantageous for your clients to market their business. And I'll show you how it works here. So there is a brief short instruction on how to do it. So again, I just went into the report, went under tools, the create virtual showing link here, and this is what comes up. So I'm going to create a virtual show, and as you can then, or your client can then copy the link to share it to any of their prospective buyers. So let's say if I send you guys this link here, I'll send it through the chat. So what happens after that is people click that link, their prospective buyers click that link, they join in on this live virtual tour. And as, let's say I am the real estate agent, I am your client, I can see who's attending. All the buyers will be listed here. And I will be able to, as a real estate agent, I'll be able to go through the virtual tour as if it was an open house. So if you wanted to have a conference call over Zoom and then have them share this link, they can do so. And everything that the real estate agent, the host, does on their screen, the prospective buyers will be able to see on their screen. So it's a really, really great tool, like I said, that often kind of doesn't get used. And I really want to promote that because, again, because of the repercussions of COVID, and even just the distance itself, people are a lot less willing to go onto the property itself. And this is where, yeah, it is a great feature. Thank you, Candace. It's where the world is heading, right? This is new technology, so it's best to take advantage of it. Okay, and then we have the Iguide Analytics. So Iguide Analytics provides valuable insights focused on where your client's listing is getting the most traffic and by whom. It shows your client the power of Iguide's virtual tour. It sends out automatically every Monday, and your clients are able to opt in or opt out. They're able to see, skipped ahead a little bit. So your clients are actually able to see how many people viewed their Iguide the last 7 days, the last 8 weeks, and all time since the Iguide was created. So they're able to see how many people viewed the Iguide, for how long they viewed the Iguide, and it gives them also information on referrals.
Muchas gracias.
It gives your clients an idea of where the viewers are finding their listing. This way, they're able to know where they're receiving the most traffic and for how long. Your clients can see that the longer people spend on that virtual tour, the more their branding marketing is actually working. They'll know where they're getting the most engagements, and that way they'll be able to actually market accordingly. So if you actually have great analytics, you can share it with prospective clients to demonstrate the value of your marketing efforts. You can show them how advantageous your services are to their marketing campaign and how your services can actually help drive the success of their business. Can we add a voiceover on the virtual showing or open house? No, not currently, but that is something I'll definitely let the tech team know, because that would be fantastic. That would eliminate the need to use a Zoom or Google Meets. Okay. And here's the marketing catalog. So you guys probably all know about the marketing catalog. It's free of charge. And with only a few clicks, you have a mass of marketing tools at your disposal. You can find print materials, Iguide branding, presentation materials, website content, videos, market research. Each marketing tool that you actually see in this catalog, as you can see here, has a little spiel and description of what it is and how it can actually help you market to your clients. So I did pull up some examples here. So we have the office presentation. It's an example of a marketing tool that you can use to best present your Iguide services. So this folder contains a Canadian version and an American version of our Iguide office presentation. In these documents, we provide you pages or slides on key points that you can use to wow and sell during your next office presentation, including an explanation of the 3 key pillars of Iguide. So this presentation has all the info you need to show your prospective clients the benefits of Iguide and how it serves to promote their business. So not only do you have access to marketing tools in the catalog, but your clients do too. And here's an example. The listing brochure is an easy way for an agent to explain Iguide to their clients. So it walks the homeowner through how it will help sell their home faster with fewer disruptions and for top dollar. So this listing brochure is a great way for your clients to market to their clients about the advantages of your Iguide services. This way, you're able to help your clients not only market, but to actually help them improve their business. And that is it. Thank you for tuning in on this week's masterclass. Are there any questions or anything I didn't cover that you would like more information on? Can you all develop more? I can actually unmute everybody if you guys would like to speak. Please feel free to raise your hand if you prefer not to type. Can you all develop marketing directed at architects, remodeling contractors, and property owners looking to remodel? So I'm gonna hand this question over to Chris. I think he will be able to give you a better answer.
Test, come in over.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I can answer that question for sure. Okay, so the answer is yes. We at the moment are working on insurance, restoration, and contracting. So that sort of relates to what you just asked for. So if you go to, actually, I'll put it in the chat. Go to our page for insurance, restoration, and contracting. Here, let me find it for you. You can see that we do have some materials aimed in that direction. Hold on 1 second here. There you go. Okay, links in the chat. So if you go there, you're going to see, well, to be honest, you're going to see like a burned out house. It's pretty exciting. But this is meant to really showcase the fact that our new product, Radix, along with the Iguide itself, is amazing for people who are doing, remodeling or obviously trying to estimate the cost for construction or reconstruction, I should say, as it relates to damage. That's what this is specifically for. There are a lot of advantages when it comes to design and remodeling. Architecture in general is a little fussier, and that's not something we're going after at the moment, but that is on the horizon. It's obviously on the roadmap. So we don't have anything at the moment that specifically targets that, but we will. Next question. Anybody else have one?
Yeah, Doc is wondering if we can go through tagging an item in a room.
So you take your Iguide, you shoot your Iguide, and then you get it drafted. And when it's done, you go into your list. So I've got some things in my list here. So I hope you guys can see this. There's a button that says Tag Editor. That's what you want. So you click on your Tag Editor button, and it's going to go to your Tag Editor. So the Tag Editor is essentially a preview Iguide. Okay, this is a super weird one. Let's pick one that's not ridiculous. These are all radixes because we're into that. Here, let's try this one. What is this? No, not that one. That one's weird. I only have weird Iguides in my list. All right, well, we'll do what we can. How about this one? Okay. Nope, tagging is not available for this Iguide. All right, we'll go back to the first one, I guess. Okay, let's just pretend this is a normal Iguide. So we want to add a tag. What we do is we click on the blue button with the little plus on it. And then what you can do is you can add tags in 3 different ways. So those 3 different ways are by just double clicking on the image or by adding in modes 2 or 3. So I've got, this is a totally screwy Iguide, but if I just hopefully just double click on something, it'll just add a tag. And the ID, no, it didn't work. That's okay. If you have a regular Iguide, basically what it will do is it'll add the tag to the exterior wall of the Iguide. And the exterior wall, I'll just make a fake one here using mode 2. Pretend that's it. It's known to the, like this is a radix, so it doesn't work, but it is known to the software if it's an Iguide because it knows the perimeter. Either way, you're going to either use a double click if it's on an exterior wall or use measure mode 2. And then you're going to get a tag. So you can see it over here on the left, and then you can customize it and click the little pencil to mess around with it. And the little modal comes up. You can change its title. Spell it correctly. There we go. And you can add video, you can add text. Tags are kind of amazing in that they offer an enormous amount of flexibility to do a lot of really wacky and weird stuff. I'll share my video on, say hi. Can you guys see me? No, you can't. We're just having a rough day, everybody.
There we go. And your new
Good.
haircut.
Hey, what's up? All right, this is distracting. I'll turn it off. Anyway, you can add tags for all sorts of really fun reasons. So the best way to get in here, I should say, is to get in, mess around with it, and see what you can add. But you can identify things like important features, granite countertops or an appliance or something like that. You can add extra branding. So if, you want to, at the front door, first panel, you could add a tag that's really close to the wall or whatever that has maybe some extra branding information for an agent. You can add extra videos. So if you've got a video walkthrough for the property, but you're really keen on it, you could actually split it up per space, and you can add each piece of the video that represents the room you're in to a tag in that room. There's all sorts of wacky stuff you can do. Okay, I won't go on any further, and I hope that's helpful. Go to Tag Editor on the My Iguide screen, click that, and then you can start messing around with it.
The doc says, I want to name the kitchen range and a link to the maker.
I want to name the kitchen range and add a link to the. Oh yeah, for sure. So what you would do, so that's
Hyperlink.
right. You're in the kitchen. You would, in the tag editor, which is just like a preview Iguide, you would just look at the, the oven, the grill or the range or whatever you want to call it. And then if it's on a wall, of course it's going to be on a wall. They almost always are. I guess unless they're in an island. Either way, doesn't matter. You would use either measure mode 1, which means you just double click on it. If that works, you're done. You use measure mode 2, where you draw a line, basically on the floor plan representing the wall you want to pin it to, and then double click on the image. Or measure mode 3, which requires you to like triangulate it using 2 panels. That one's more complicated. Once you've added it, you can, the actual tag itself, you can do whatever you want. You can add the name, you can add the manual if you want, you have an image of it or something, all sorts of cool stuff. Okay, that's a cool question. So people are using tags. Are you charging more to your clients for the time to do this? So that question used to come up a lot. Like, well, who's adding this information? Like if I'm a photographer and I'm shooting the property, do I have to add all this information? And so it's funny. It's the answer is not simple. I mean, should you be compensated for your time? Well, yeah, of course. So you're not really going to use tags like to, you're not going to add lots of extra tags for just for free. That doesn't make sense. But most agents don't use it like that. Often it's just to, add a little bit of flair, add something cool, or as a tool for if you get asked for something. So you might have someone just ask you, hey, can I add an extra image to the kitchen? The answer is, yeah, we can do that, sure. If you've got someone who's really keen on tags, this doesn't happen too often, but occasionally it does, which is pretty cool. If you've got someone who, like a client who really, really wants to add like 150 tags and you don't want to do it, well, okay, you'd have to make an arrangement. This is all up to you, but you could charge for that, or you could go the other route, which is give them access on the portal and teach them how to do it. And that's another option too. And when people are really into tags, that's a really good option, because that gives them the ability to not only add them, but then go and change them. Because you can imagine that, like, if your client hands you a list of tags they want and locations, especially a lot. Yeah, I know I wouldn't do it. Yikes is the correct word, but
all caps too. Yeah.
But you know what? Like, some people they don't mind. They're okay with it. They're technical or whatever. And, that's not a lot of people, but there's a few of them. So if that's the case, then, it's all good. You can teach them how to do it. And they might get in there and have fun with it. Either way, you can imagine though, let's suppose your client's like, hey, I want to add these 150 tags. Here you go. And they hand you like a doc or something with it. Just human error. Like, as you're entering them, you're going to have problems. So you might require revisions. So if they can do it themselves, it's better. Yeah, I know. I'm eating Halloween candy right now. I'm not even making this up. I've had licorice. I had Rockets, Reese's Pieces. I had an O. Henry earlier. This is a good time of year. Well, it's not. See, my crazy thoughts are probably from the sugar. Just saying. Okay, cool. That answers that question.
So tags can only be pinned to exterior walls or interior bedroom walls. You would pin to the nearest exterior wall.
Oh, I see. It's in the question section. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah.
Are the plans to simplify the adding of tags? Yes. Tags is under development. It will get easier and simpler, and the UI for adding it will get easier and simpler along with measurement. I don't know how. They don't tell me things at Planetar, but Yes. It's yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, there's other systems that are, just as good, if not better. And yeah, we're aware. I'm gonna say we answered it. That's the best answer I can give. Mostly I don't know, but yeah, we're aware. We get a lot of feedback. If you have a suggestion like that, I know I say this on like every webinar, but go to the forum and put it on the forum in the feature suggestions category. Oh, I saw an answer, but then or a question, but then it disappeared.
Oh, I answered it earlier.
Okay, cool. All right. If anybody else has any questions for me, or for us rather, sorry, Jenny,
No, that's okay.
feel free to put them in the chat.
Or raise your hand.
Just while we wait, I'm going to put the different candy that I had in the chat for everyone just to hear that. So I definitely had rockets.
I have a question on raising prices in our business. Has anyone done this since they started with iGuide? Did you do a certain percentage, or how did you manage with your clients? What is your base price for a iGuide package with photography, and what is your area?
So the first part of the question, I have a question on raising prices. To start with iGuide. Right, gotcha. Okay, so from my experience, Candace, this is very common to have to do price increases. So there are a zillion different markets across North America, and there are a zillion different pricing models, and there are a zillion different ways to slice and dice it. But a very successful model that I've seen, and don't quote me on this, you'd have to check with your other peers in the industry, but is to incrementally raise your prices every year. Again, you send all your clients an email and say basically like, hey, I'm raising my prices by a small percent, I don't know, 5% or something, inflation, cost of living. And then you can raise your prices slowly and incrementally and nobody freaks out. So that's one thing. The other thing is that the base price is going to depend heavily on what you include in a package. So I think you're suggesting it's iGuide plus like photography. Yeah, that's, ballpark. I'm going to date the webinar now because the recording will have this in it, but it's like, anywhere from about $250 up to about $450. And that's a wide range, right? And that's just to start, because that doesn't include square footage. That's just like a base package. But, the best thing to do if you want to get a bead on pricing is to investigate your market with iGuide photographers. It couldn't get any easier. There's so many on the map now. It's crazy. iGuide's grown so much. Go there, especially in Southern Ontario. So if you're in the London, St. Thomas, Kitchener, Waterloo kind of zone, there's lots of people to look at. You can go in there and you can look at everybody's pricing if they've put it on their website. And that gives you a really great heads up. I see. Oh, there's 2 more questions. I missed those. Okay, sorry. Our very large space is discounted due to size. Okay, if you go to our processing page, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? No, I will though. Hold on. Did that work? Can you guys see my screen?
Well, yes, we can.
All right. Oh no, I messed it up. Hold on. -2. There we go. Processing. Okay, so this is a bit confusing, and I apologize, but bear with me. So if you are looking at properties that are larger, so if you want to talk about Canadian dollars, I think we're in Canadian dollars here. Yes, we are. Okay, Canadian. So you'll see that the price per square foot does change, and it goes lower than 0.028 cents on a standard iGuide over 10,000 square feet. So I mean, that's a big space. I would qualify that as very large, but you can see this is weird. So I'm going to try to explain it. That's a difficult question, but it's a good one. So you pay 0.028 cents, basically up to 10,000 square feet. And then that's like the price. So that would be $280. And then after $280, then you pay 21 cents or 0.021 cents per square foot. sorry, dollars, $0.021, which is 21 cents, or 2.1 cents, sorry, after 10,000 square feet. So the base price, means that you are still paying, the 2.8 cents per square foot up to 10,000, and then the price changes for the square footage over 10,000. Does that make any sense, what I just said? You're nodding, so that's a good sign. Okay, either way, it's all too complicated to figure out. Just go to this page that says, I'll put it in the chat. Someone hasn't already done it.
We have one more question here.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to stop the share because my computer's breaking. But there's a calculator on that page. You click it and you put in your square footage and it will tell you the total. It's way easier, like a million times easier. All right, the last one that I see here, I'm going to answer. Is that okay, Jenny?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to take over your webinar. I feel bad.
No, not at all. It's team effort.
I'm gonna read it out loud. Okay, what is the most compelling feature that differentiates Iguide from competitors? LiDAR is good, but we need more to crack the stranglehold our competition has in the US real estate market. Okay, I'm gonna give you the answer. It's not a super sexy answer, but it's the answer. Okay, so what makes Iguide different and better in many ways, in every way, is the floor plans. So when I say floor plans, I mean, it's like a part of the whole package, but it's the most visual representation. So you've got your LiDAR measurements. So that's, very accurate data collection. Then you've got the drafting process, which is, very talented professionals who are drawing the properties from the data, and they're doing it according to standards. And then you have a very accurate representation interactively. So on the Iguide, there's like a floor plan, but that's a real floor plan. It's not like a fake floor plan. It's not stylized, it's real. But then you have PDF floor plans and SVGs and DXFs and all that stuff. And then you've also got measurements, room dimensions, square footage calculation. So when I say floor plans, I kind of mean measurement is what makes Iguide different. So in some cases, that doesn't mean much, if I'm being honest, to some people. A lot of people are very image focused. They want a 3D tour, and they don't really care about the lasting value that Iguide provides, or that measurements provide, I should say, just in general. Or they want something that looks cool. Iguide sometimes looks cool, it depends on the property, but that core of measurement is really, really important for a zillion reasons in a real estate transaction, among other things. But in a real estate transaction, that's used for all sorts of wacky stuff, determining the value of the property, just off the top of my head, understanding the space when you're comparing one space to another, determining, sort of like, how much space is there and will my stuff fit, or what am I looking for in terms of size? Like, what do I need for my family? I don't know. There's all these questions that measurement and square footage answer. So they bring enormous value. So if you want to talk about cracking the stranglehold, try to sum this all up and make sense. It's not about, talking about how the Iguide is great. It's kind of about letting people know, gently if they don't, that measurement and square footage and floor plans are really, really important, because a lot of times they don't know. They just don't, it hasn't really come up. You might live in an area where, that's not really a big focus, but it will be. And that's the cool thing about this. So inevitably, there will be measurement standards that will come into place for properties in the next 10, 20, whatever years. Maybe next 6 months, I don't know. Because we've seen it happen across North America. So what I mean by that is, the sale of a car, to give you an example, is very regulated. You're not messing around when you're selling a car. The odometer is critical. You need to know how many kilometers are on that car, miles, sorry, in order to sell it, because that directly affects its value. Houses and properties are the same way, but they're weirdly unregulated in some senses in terms of like documenting them. So that's changing. We're seeing it happen across North America. So the value and the differentiator and the thing that really makes Iguide compelling is that that measurement aspect, because as measurement standards and measurement become more important, people will begin to see that not all systems are created equal. So it's a very long way of saying, if you were to compare those aspects from Iguide to our competitors, you would see that we trounce them if you will. A real game changer would be full CAD output. Is it even possible with iGuide, not just walls? Well, so that is an issue, right? What you've got with iGuide is you've got a compromise. You've got really fast data capture and really good data interpretation, but it is 2D, right? So the CAD files are that, it's like a horizontal slice of the property. The funny thing is that the data is there for that third dimension, the height, but it's just not as valuable to everyone yet. So floor plans, room dimensions, square footage totals, and that measurement data is extremely important to like 99.9% of people. And 3D CAD drawings just aren't as important, not in residential real estate, they're important in other industries. But anyway, that's the thing. We're well aware of that. Okay. Be very convenient to navigate iGuide with directional arrows on the keyboard. Is that something on the horizon? Can't make promises. It's definitely on the horizon. I mean, everything's on the horizon, right? So I'm safe to say, sure it is. Yeah, no, we're aware for accessibility reasons, having the arrow keys and the ability to move would be super cool. So yes, that's totally coming. So actually back to the first question, because I just rambled on for ages and never came to a conclusion. If you want to pitch the iGuide, sometimes it's not about the iGuide per se, it's about explaining how important measurement and square footage is, and then proposing iGuide as the obvious solution, because it is. So if someone doesn't know, I'll just give you a quick example. If someone doesn't know that the square footage that they're using to advertise a property is incorrect, or a bad source, or it's not quality data, it might not make any difference to them whether iGuide is important or not. But as soon as you tell them that, for example, the tax records that they were using to report the square footage on their listing aren't accurate and you're misrepresenting the property, you can't undo that. Like once they know that, it's very negligent to go back and to use that data, because it's quite frequently wrong, right? But people don't know; they just assume that it's correct. So the iGuide is the perfect solution. So if you don't have accurate measurement data of a house, but you desperately need it, well, guess what? There's an iGuide. It's perfect. Another question here. What about more tools to create more sophisticated fly-through videos? Yeah, that's come up a lot. It's sort of funny. And the big challenge with regards to creating videos, so this is what I assume you're talking about. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's creating like video content from the iGuide itself, as in moving through the tour, I think is what you're getting at. Is that just requires a lot of subjective sort of judgments. Yes, you can automate that, but often when you do that, if you're using AI, it's just going to get it wrong. It's not worth it. And because I don't know if you've ever had this with your clients, but you give them something, image, video, whatever, something creative, and they pick out little things they don't like. So if you're auto generating these videos and then they're not meeting the needs of your clients and they require a lot of revisions, you just made a lot more work for yourself. Every agent I ever worked with was always like, hey, how do I get this iGuide on YouTube? That's not what iGuides are for. If you want to create YouTube content, you can make videos out of anything, like slideshows. You can record the iGuide if you want. So there are lots of ways to create that video component, but they all require some kind of manual effort on your part, and then the ability to change that later is, I guess, what I'm saying. So we're not going to have. Actually, I shouldn't say this. I don't really know. For all I know, that is on the roadmap. I don't think we're having sophisticated fly-through video anytime soon. But again, that's a suggestion that you would put on the forum in the feature suggestions category, because maybe that's like everyone wants that. I don't know, right? So you put your suggestion there on the iGuide forum, and then everyone joins in, and then that really gets the point across.
Something I wanted to quickly add, the compelling features that differentiates iGuide from competitors. Another thing is the integrated floor plan. It really helps viewers navigate through each room throughout the tour, knowing exactly where they are and what they're looking at. So
that's a good one. That is so true.
Yeah, because personally, when I go and look through a Matterport, or other tours, I find it a little bit difficult to really navigate. Oh, am I here? Am I there? But when you actually look at the floor plan, you have that next to the tour in itself, you're really able to see, okay, so yes, I am in the master bedroom. Oh, I'm in the third bathroom on this particular floor.
Oh,
Or,
fancy
yeah,
house,
I'm in the
3
garage.
bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, so I find that that is one of the great features.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I didn't even, I mean, I should have thought of that, but that's yeah, for sure. Like the navigation being simpler and easier is a big one for a lot of people. And it's funny because that's something that benefits the buyer, not necessarily immediately the person paying for the iGuide, the agent. So you know, when you think about what a tour does, it's supposed to give people the information that they're looking for so that they can do something with it, like buy a house or make a decision about it or whatever. So I would argue, I think you might even agree, Jenny, that having a floor plan and visuals next to each other is kind of awesome because it allows you to really quickly see where you are. I'm just reiterating what you just said. But that allows you to make decisions. Like, you know, I can look at the bedroom and say like, okay, wait, so my son will go in this one. They'll go, okay, that's where my daughter will go. She'd go in that bedroom. You know, I'll look at the 5th bathroom and think about the tile. I don't know. But yeah, for sure. Simple navigation is a lovely feature. I was playing around with our competition today for fun, market research, you know, and there's a different way of viewing a tour where you kind of show like a floor plan view, full screen, and then you switch and you kind of do like a 3D model, and then you switch and you're kind of in the tour. And there's some value in that as well. But I personally sorely miss just like floor plans here, 360s are here, and I can go, okay, I'm in the kitchen, and then look at the kitchen. I go, okay, now I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I click on the bathroom, and then I look at the bathroom. Like it's easy. And I haven't had to explain it too much. So some as far as the differentiator goes, it's a very convenient way to explain to someone how to use the tour. You know, you look at the floor plan, just click where you want to go. And sometimes people who aren't super tech savvy will get it. Okay, I actually have another meeting. I gotta bounce. I'm gonna leave you with all the remaining questions.
No problem. Are there, if there are even any?
I think we did them all.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. See you guys next week if you guys attend next week. All right. Thanks, guys.